and welcome to Club Firefly, where we read, create, and you shine when you share your creations with the Club Firefly family. I'm Keisha, and today we are reading
I Dig Bathtime, written by Brooke Jordan and illustrated by Ekaterina Ladatko. When the dust has settled and the day is done, Excavator is ready for bath time. It's so much fun! Boy, Excavator really is dirty. He definitely needs a bath. Turn on the water, but not too hot. Scrub-a-dub-dub. Backhoe doesn't miss a spot. He's got bubbles all over him. A little friend in his backhoe. Bulldozer in the bubbles? Pop, pop, surprise! Don't let the soapy suds get in your eyes. Be careful, Bulldozer. He's got soap all around him. Cement mixer pours the goopy shampoo. Taking a bath is so fun to do. Look at cement mixer. Instead of cement, he's got shampoo all in there. Look how much shampoo that is. Wow, cement mixer. From top to bottom, steamroller washes with care. With a washcloth, he scrubs. Over here, under there. Fuel truck splashes water all over the place. No need to rush bath time. It isn't a race. He's got so much water splashing. That looks super fun. Dump truck loves to play with squeaky bath toys. But they're not the only ones making some noise. Look at all these friends. Make some noise. Make some noise. One final rinse for a clean front loader. Now pull out the plug. Bath time is over. One final rinse, front loader. He's looking clean. The bath water swirls down the bathtub drain. The wet floor is slippery. Be careful, Crane. Be careful, Crane, on that wet floor. Crane looks very clean too, right? Good job. A soft towel keeps steamroller warm and dry. All trucks did bath time. Till tomorrow. Goodbye. Goodbye, trucks. Very clean. And that's the end, friends.
Do you all dig bath time too? Do you like playing with bubbles? Well, guess what? Today's project, we're going to play with bubbles. But we're not going to take a bath. We are going to paint with bubbles. Crazy, right? Well, are you ready to give it a try? Okay, let's get ready to create. Today's project, inspired by I Dig Bath Time, is bubble painting. And for this project, you will need
paint. I'm using temper paints. You will need painting paper, water, some cups to mix your paints in, some knives and spoons, and some straws. And of course, we can't make bubbles without the dish soap.
You can press pause now if you want to go grab your supplies.
I am ready to start bubble painting, and you all, I'm excited about this. It is really fun to play with bubbles and then to add paint. What? All right, so I've got my cups, and I'm just going to start with two colors. So you can always mix paints, you know, if you've got your red and your blue and your yellow, you can always mix your colors if you want to make more. But I'm just going to start with some red, and I'm kind of covering the bottom of my cup. So it's not that much paint, but I've kind of coated the bottom of my cup. And then I'm going to use some blue in this cup. All right, same thing, just coating the bottom of it. Oh, that's nice. And about the same amount of soap. This is just some dish soap, And I'm adding probably about the same amount of soap that I did paint. So you can see I've got kind of half soap, half paint in my cup. And I'll add some to this one as well. Okay. Soap and paint. Now I'm going to use my knife here to just stir it up, because you want to combine the soap and the paint together. So just give that a good stir until it's all mixed up. I'm going to stir my red one too. Smells good. Okay, and then once that is combined, you're ready to add water. You don't want to add too much water, probably just a few teaspoons, because you can always come back and add more water if you need to. But if you get too much water in there, then it won't be bubbly enough. All right, so I'm gonna lay this to the side. I'm gonna pull out my straw and I'm gonna start to blow. Let's see if I've got enough soap and water in there. You see the bubbles are starting to come up, right? So once you blow a little bit, then give it another stir to make sure you're getting all the paint kind of mixed in with your bubbles. Now let's just do a test and see how this is working, all right? So I've got my paper here. And for really young children, you could just leave your bubbles in the cup like that and then just press your paper over it and see how it makes like a little print of your bubbles. I think I need more bubbles, right? Okay, let's try another print with my bubbles. There we go. So now you can start to see the bubble pattern. So you can always put your paper on top of your paint, or I'm going to show you my favorite technique, which is to just blow so many bubbles that they actually spill over onto your paper, okay? And this part is really fun. Okay. So I've got my paper there. And you know, just be careful. Here's a word of wisdom, right? Be careful when you're blowing not to suck in the paint, right? Only blow, no sucking up through the straw. Only blow out from the straw. Do you all see that? How cool is that, right? Okay, so I've just kind of let my bubbles sit there, and you have to let them dry. And as they start to dry, then you will see kind of the shapes of the bubbles show up. I'm gonna do a little bit with the blue, and I need to add water to that. So remember, I'm just adding a little bit of water, a few teaspoons, and gonna give that a good stir. Okay. Look at that. You can see the bubbles starting to pop. Let them pop on their own so that it doesn't mess with the outline of your paint. Okay, I've got my other straw here. I'm gonna start to blow some blue bubbles. Oh, they're starting to come up. Okay, I gotta make some space here, because I think what I'll do is just kind of go around in the white spaces with the blue and see if I can get my bubbles kind of on the edges of my paper. Okay, I'm gonna give it another stir because there wasn't that much paint in the bubbles. You see how they look really blue now? Okay, so that's what we want. We want them to be really saturated with as much color as we can get. Okay, I've got them on the edge over there. Ooh, isn't that pretty? Okay, I'm gonna turn it this way. This is kind of a messy project, so you can do this in your kitchen, or you could even do it outside if you want. I'm gonna see if I can put some bubbles in the center with the blue and then around this edge. Okay, I'm gonna turn my paper again. Now that's interesting. Look how the blue overlapped the red there. It's gonna make a big cell of that big bubble. Oh, it popped. Okay. Okay, that looks pretty cool. Okay, so I'm gonna let this one dry. I don't wanna move it too much while it's wet. And then should we try another color? Okay, because I think I'm gonna try some with some green and some blue. I've got a new piece of paper here. I've enlisted the help of some paper towels because this is messy, okay? So get some paper towels handy to help you wipe up your space or dry off your hands. But I want to try one with green. Now I don't have green paint, so what two colors do I need to make green? Do you all remember? That's right, I need yellow and blue. And I'm gonna start with the yellow because I'm gonna do what's right and add my dark to my light because then I can control better the shade of green that it is. I've got my yellow in there. I'm gonna add some blue to it. Blue plops of blue. And then I'll stir it up with my knife and let's see what color green we get if we're happy with that. Ooh, that's a beautiful green. That's kind of a dark green. I like it though. Let's try it and see how it works. Do you remember what to add next? All right, we'll add in some soap. And about the same amount of soap as paint. So a good amount of soap. And give that a stir too. So you can use a knife to stir or a spoon, whatever works for you. Now the water. And it's important that we don't do too much water because if it gets too much water, it won't create good bubbles. So just a few teaspoons of water and we'll give that a stir. So if you feel like your bubbles aren't coming up well, it might mean you have a little bit too much water and you need to add more paint and soap. But let's start blowing some bubbles and see how this green is going to be. Looks pretty good. I'm gonna give it a stir and make sure my pigment is getting coated in those bubbles. Okay, let's try it. Ooh, these are a little bit smaller bubbles, and I kind of like that. I'm gonna add some blue bubbles too. Ooh. So you decide how much white space do you want to be on your paper? Do you want to fill the whole thing in? Do you want it to be completely covered? You all can decide and you can do your bubble paintings any way you want. This is really fun. I could probably do this all day. Ooh, kind of cool. This one reminds me of Under the Sea. Like, doesn't it have like a very like aquatic pond vibe going on? I feel like there should be some fish or something swimming in there. Do you know what? You could totally add other things to these paintings. They could become the background for something or the cover for something. Let me show you how they look when they're dry, okay? I've got this one that's completely dry. Isn't that beautiful? I love that. And so you could come back and you could draw little creatures living in these bubbles if you wanted to, or you could fold it and turn it into a card for someone. Wouldn't that be a beautiful greeting card? There's so many things that you could do with your bubble paintings. So just be creative and just have fun painting with your bubbles, whatever you decide to turn them into. I can't wait to see.
Did you all enjoy painting with bubbles? Isn't that so fun? I could totally do that for hours, and I can't wait to see what you all have created. You can share your creations with me on our Facebook page at Club Firefly Kids, and remember to join the club by liking and subscribing to this channel. Until next time, keep reading, Keep creating and keep on shining.
Spread your wings, shine your light. Club Firefly. Spread your wings, shine your light. Club Firefly.